That is a joke.
It really is crazy to think, but I think the one thing in boxing is, somewhat of a rule, but the one thing you always have to remember is it only takes one punch. It only takes one shot. I don't feel like he can put himself in a position to get that shot, and I think that it'll be, whatever they schedule the fight for, 12 rounds, 10 rounds, 8 rounds, whatever it is. I think it's going to be a performance that we've seen, just like every other, with Floyd outboxing someone, making them look silly, aka unorthodox, aka inexperienced, and the fight will carry out. But
Conor McGregor to be a boxing champion.
That is a joke.
That right there, brother, that right there, man, that's a no-can-do deal. I can't make Conor McGregor turn around and be a fighter from being a caveman fighter, whatever it is. I don't know, man.
Does Conor would have a chance? He has that great left hand. Would he have a chance?
That is a joke. 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 Yeah, you're a comedian, man. That's awesome. You think Conor would have a chance with Floyd Mayweather? Gosh, I can't even try to think that. Floyd Mayweather is Floyd Mayweather. He's the greatest boxer living right now in the world. You're talking about someone who's got choked out by Nick Diaz, or Nate Diaz. Are you kidding me right now? As I think, what was it, Floyd Mayweather said, McTap out? Conor McTap out? Man, I have nothing against Conor. Conor is an amazing MMA fighter. He's great, man. He's good at what he does. He backs it up, but he is not a boxer. He's not at the Floyd Mayweather level. Floyd Mayweather is the greatest ever, for sure, hands down. Because I had doubts at him in the very beginning, but watching his fights over and over again and what he's done, it's a performance. It's an art. It's an art of what he does. He doesn't get touched at all, and that's amazing. So the top guys, Manny Pacquiao, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, Oscar De La Hoya, picking these guys apart and making it look easy, making it look like he was just doing a little sparring session. That's amazing. That's a true boxer. Now, boxing and MMA are two different things, man. Two totally separate different things, and you can't compare one to another.
Do you think, like now how they would say with Floyd fighting Conor, do you think that would have happened when you guys were winning stuff like that?
That is a joke.
No, I don't even think it's a good fight.
Not at all.
Nah, man. You got Conor's, he's great at all different styles.
Yeah.
But you got Floyd, which is the master of one. And then Conor is trying to box him at his style. I mean, it's a great spectacle, but I don't think it'll be a great fight.
Next up, former UFC middleweight champ Chris Weidman says it's a, quote, 100% fact that Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor will fight. Weidman and UFC analyst Joe Rogan both think McGregor has a psychological and physical edge on Mayweather.
That is a joke.
Let's take a listen.
One of the things that makes this fight intriguing is we've never seen Floyd box a guy like Conor McGregor, and we've definitely never seen Conor McGregor box, especially at a level that the UFC, or excuse me, that Floyd Mayweather is at. So him coming from being a two-division UFC champion will help his confidence. He'll be scary.
That is a joke.
And one of the things that he said that's a psychological thing that no one could ever say to Floyd before, he said, listen, the way he goes, the only reason why this thing is fair is because we're playing by boxing rules. If it was a fight, I would kill him. And the way he said it was like
100% accurate.
100% accurate. And he said in saying that something no one's ever been able to say to Floyd. Yeah. I will you up.
Mayweather is going to be such a small man next to Conor.
That is a joke.
Right, absolutely.
This guy is a giant. You have to realize, Conor McGregor, I think it was the biggest 145-pound fighter the UFC has ever had. He cut so much weight to make 145 pounds. He's going to be so big and so heavy. He's going to be so much longer and taller than Floyd Mayweather. His head's going to be so much bigger. Yeah. It's just two completely different animals.
You listening, Shannon?
Skip, do you agree that McGregor has the mental edge on Mayweather?
Mental and physical.
That is a joke.
And I especially loved what you just heard Chris Weidman say, and I know Chris well enough to know he is smart and he is honest and he nailed this.
That is a joke.
Conor McGregor will be too big and too long, and ultimately just too heavy for tiny little Floyd may or may not weather Jr. And ultimately, Conor's just too crazy and too aggressive.
That is a joke.
Floyd's never had to deal with someone who's like an animal in the ring. He will force the action. He will attack in ways that Floyd has never been attacked before. And all those little powder puff punches of Floyd's will just be gnats on the little windshield here as Conor just works right through them, and he will land heavy blows on the face of one Floyd may or may not weather Jr.
That is a joke.
There's blood will be spilled here. Floyd is in for a contest that he has never found himself in before.
Skip, y'all need to stop. And Joe Rogan needs to stop with this nonsense. Because, first of all, to say because he's an MMA fighter and he's a two-division champ in MMA, he has a psychological edge over Floyd Mayweather, who's arguably one of the top 5 boxers of all times, regardless of division. Skip, that is just utterly asinine and ridiculous thing to say. Chris Weidman saying that this man, he's so big, he's 145, and when he rehydrates and his head is so big, good. It'll be like Floyd punching a Winnebago. Good. I'm glad he got a big head, so he can't miss it.
Floyd might break his hand.
Every time he throws a punch,
Floyd's got brittle hands.
You know what happens when you can't miss a Winnebago, can you? Floyd gonna punch his lights out. Joe Rogan said the only reason that the fight is fair is because it's boxing. Duh. Because when you fight, all you got to worry about kicks, knee strikes. You got to worry about being because this what one day he might do Muay Thai. The next day he might wrestle. The next day he might do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. All Floyd does is box. That's all he does. And he's one of the greatest to do it.
Conor McGregor and Floyd. Give me your take.
That is a joke.
I mean, it's pretty easy. MMA, Conor McGregor smashes him, kills him. If they fight an MMA fight, Floyd wouldn't last 2 minutes. Boxing, Floyd kills him. Conor McGregor can't box Floyd Mayweather. Guys, let's be real with ourselves. Neither one of these guys could do the other guy's sport. But Floyd Mayweather's in a position financially where he will make the rules. Conor's going to have to go to him. So, Conor's going to get beat.
Everybody wants to talk to him about the Mayweather fight. What do you think, Evander?
That is a joke.
Circus, or hey, if it makes money, it makes sense. What do you think?
Well, the art of the game in boxing is fight. But when you fight a guy at his best, I said, what is your chances? If it's just like Mayweather was trying to get down there and wrestle with him. What do you think? He's gonna get tied up in a knot? Now, do you actually think this guy gonna not be in the game and come and step up with the very best?
It's damn near impossible, isn't it?
Well, it's close to, but on the chance he got it, he closed his eye and hope he catch it. But other than that, you ain't gonna catch Mayweather with stuff like that.
Are you a Mayweather guy, or do you think he's a hell of a
he have proven to be who he is. You can't take that from somebody when they win. What he do? He win. This is what he doing, and all the, he's been doing it ever since he was 6 years old. I think 4 years old. I heard 4 years old.
2 years old.
I'm talking about, this is what he lived. I'm talking about, that's his game.
So I got to get the heavyweight champ's thoughts on it. Mayweather versus McGregor.
Oh man, that fight. Just like Floyd always says, and the saying is that you robbing the bank because it's easy money. I think this is definitely an easy fight for him. Floyd knows it. McGregor, I think he knows it well too. But I think this is more of a money stunt on McGregor's behalf than anything. I really feel that this is a money stunt for him to. Everybody that fight Floyd, they think about the money part of it. Some of them feel that they can really beat him, and then you can see them. They go in to really test him, like Madonna did. Madonna was really hungry to beat him. But with McGregor, everybody got a chance. This is fighting. This is comeback. And whoever got the better strategy will win. But this is easy money for Floyd, man. Especially if Floyd don't go in and play around with him, and he do what he got to do. It's over with. It's over with. Floyd come out with the victory and the win, and he grabbed all his money, his bag of money, and he goes straight to the bank.